In a remote village far from the hustle and bustle of the city, there lived a young girl named Laris. She came from a poor family with many shortcomings. Her father was a farmer who only relied on dry land that was difficult to cultivate. Her mother worked hard as a washerwoman in the house of a rich person in the village. Laris, despite living in many shortcomings, was known as a beautiful, intelligent, and enthusiastic girl. Every morning, she went to the fields with her father, and every afternoon helped her mother hang out clothes to dry. At school, Laris was always the best, but because of her family's economic situation, she was forced to drop out of school after 6th grade. However, her natural beauty and her good nature were often the subject of gossip among other village girls. They were jealous of Lara's luck, even though Laris never felt special. However, Laris also often heard taunts. "What do you want to be? Just a poor village girl. For the rest of your life, you will only be a servant or a laborer." One day, while helping her mother wash clothes in the river, Laris met a handsome young man who came from outside the village. His name was Adrian, a young wealthy businessman and owner of a large company in the city. Adrian was on a business trip and passing through the village to explore the possibility of agricultural investment. Laris did not know who Adrian was, but at that time, he accidentally interrupted her journey by dropping a bucket filled with water right in front of her. Adrian, who was surprised, just smiled and helped Laris clean up the puddle. They chatted for a while, and Laris felt awkward, but something about Adrian caught Laris' attention. "I apologize, sir," Laris said humbly. "I didn't mean to get in your way." "No problem," Adrian replied with a friendly smile. "In fact, I'm happy to be able to talk to someone who looks so sincere." After that brief meeting, Adrian felt curious about this simple girl. Although he knew there could be no more relationship between them because of the vast difference in social status, Adrian could not forget Lara's smile and sincerity. Lara's life returned to normal, full of hardships and trials. However, a few weeks after her meeting with Adrian, news of his arrival in the village began to spread. Many assumed that the rich man must be interested in the village girls who were prettier and had a higher social status. It turned out that this was not entirely true. Adrian returned to the village several times for work reasons. He began to visit Lara's family home often and even brought some simple gifts for her mother, which made the villagers even more curious. However, Lara's life changed when a wedding party was held in the village. At that time, Laris heard whispers that Adrian would marry one of the rich girls in the village. Lara's heart was cut. Although she had never expressed her feelings to Adrian, she could not help the jealousy and sadness that came so easily. On the night of the party, when Laris was sitting outside, Adrian approached her. "I know you feel confused, Laris," he said. "I don't want to marry a woman who only sees me for my wealth. I want to find someone who understands me, not for my social status or money." Laris was surprised. Adrian then revealed that he had always felt lonely, and despite having a lot of wealth, he had not found true happiness. "I want to be with you, Laris," Adrian said confidently. Their relationship began to grow, although many people sneered and insulted him, especially Adrian's family and friends who felt it was inappropriate to marry a poor girl. Adrian remained firm in his stance. He realized that what he had been looking for in life was not wealth, but true love that he could only find in Lara's. However, their journey was not easy. There were many obstacles to face. Lara's parents, although happy about the birth of their child, were also worried about their social status, which was very different from Adrian's. They were afraid that Laris would be hurt by a world she did not know. One day, when Adrian's family held a big party to celebrate the birth of their child, Laris felt very alienated. She could not adjust to that magnificent world and initially felt inferior. However, Adrian was always there to strengthen her, assuring her that no matter what other people said, he still loved her. Finally, after various trials and differences, Adrian proposed to Laris in a very simple but meaningful way. He proposed to Laris in a place full of memories, on the banks of the river where they first met. Whatever the world says, whatever they think about us, I want to live with you, Laris. I love you more than anything, said Adrian sincerely. Laris, who could not hold back her tears, accepted the proposal. They finally got married in a simple ceremony attended only by family and close friends. In the midst of the celebration, many villagers were surprised and amazed because they finally knew that true love does not look at wealth, status, or someone's origin. After getting married, Laris lives in a big city with Adrian, in a luxurious house far from her old life. However, despite being in a completely different world, Laris never forgets her roots. She continues to try to help others, reminding herself that true happiness lies in a grateful heart. With all the wealth they have, Adrian and Laris decided to establish a foundation that helps children from poor villages to continue their education. They both work together to make the world a better place, without distinguishing between rich and poor, because for them, love is the most valuable wealth. And even though many doubt their relationship, Laris and Adrian prove that true love knows no boundaries. From a poor village full of insults and injustice, Laris finally finds true happiness, with a man who does not look at her social status, but only at her heart.